Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Clutch, aka Mr. Clutchaholic, coming to you with another Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta video. So that's it. It's a wrap. It's official. The Call of Duty Cold War beta is now over. Treyarch has collected all their data, run all their analytics, and hopefully they put it to good use to get this game nice and polished before it's released in November. In this game, I will be discussing my overall general view of the beta. I'm going to be talking about the things that I liked, the things that I disliked, and of course the things that I hope Treyarch goes and fixes before releasing this game in November. I really do feel like this Call of Duty has a ton of potential to be an awesome Call of Duty. It has a ton of things that are really good about it, but again, there's those little things that they need to fix before releasing the game in order for it to be one of the great CODs. If you are new to the channel and of course haven't already done so, please show your support by clicking that like button as well as subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. That way you are alerted every time I drop new content on the channel, and believe me, the way that this game has me pumped, I'm going to be dropping a ton of content once this game releases. Everything from zombies, multiplayer, combat arms, and fire team. I enjoyed it all, and I'm going to be releasing content on all of those game modes once the game is released. And now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the things that I really liked about the beta. The first thing is the gun aesthetics, and I mentioned this in a previous video. I love the way that the guns feel and look in your hands. They're visually stunning. The visual recoil's awesome. The muzzle flash, all in all, I think it is a very nice feature to the game. The other thing that I liked about the beta was the fluidity of the movement system. Okay, it felt very fluid, very natural, something that I come to expect and definitely enjoy when playing Call of Duty. However, there were some mechanics of the movement, such as the jumping and the sliding, that I didn't like, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in detail on my dislikes part of the video. But overall, the fluidity and the movement of the game felt very natural to me, and I did enjoy that. Probably the biggest difference and something that I enjoyed the most about the beta was that skill-based matchmaking in the second weekend was turned down. I don't know what they did, if they used a different algorithm or how it was situated, but skill-based matchmaking definitely felt a lot better in the second weekend. First weekend of the beta was really sweaty. I mean, it was like everybody was running around trying to get clips for their optic or phase tryout video. It was ridiculous. I mean, I was really having to sweat every single match in order to stay competitive. And the second weekend, it was still competitive. It was fun to play. There was still that challenge against the enemy team, but it wasn't as sweaty. It felt really good to play, and I hope that Treyarch finds that balance, and hopefully it feels a lot more like the second weekend of the beta in comparison to the first weekend of the beta, because if it's like the first weekend, it's going to be a very sweaty year for Call of Duty. I'm telling you. The other thing I really enjoyed about the beta was the overall time to kill. I like it when the time to kill isn't instant. You know, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, the time to kill was really fast in multiplayer, and that's one reason I really didn't enjoy the multiplayer, because you never really had these gunfights. In a gunfight, there are options, versus in a Twitch shooter, first person to shoot melts you and it's game over. When you have a longer time to kill, like in this beta, you have the ability to make the choice of engaging in a gunfight, disengaging, running, or ducking for cover, and all of that is available to you as long as the time to kill is within that specific time frame. It didn't feel like it was too long. It didn't feel too quick. I thought that the time to kill overall was very good in this game. Okay, so now that brings me to the things that I disliked, and as you can see right now, I am in the chopper gunner, and that is one of the things I dislike, the score streak system of the game. I don't know what it is. It just feels off. You know, weekend one of the beta, everybody was spamming their score streaks. Everybody was getting them at the same time. That was a little bit better in weekend number 2. But the score streak system overall just doesn't feel natural to Call of Duty. It feels very off and doesn't feel very rewarding at all. In this video, luckily, my chopper gunner doesn't get shot down right away, but these score streaks that you earn later on, like your attack helicopter and your chopper gunner, they can get shot down in a matter of seconds, especially with the default RPD class that everybody was switching to shoot down your streaks. So you go and have an awesome game only to get your streak shot out of the sky within 5 seconds. It's not very rewarding to the player. And that is something that I really didn't enjoy about the beta, was the overall score streak system. I think that's something that they need to take a look at, something that they need to fix. They either need to give more health to these higher end score streaks or do something in order to balance them getting shot out of the sky after taking pretty much the entire match to earn them. I don't really think that's fair. It doesn't reward the player's work. The other thing that I had mentioned about the things that I disliked was, of course, the overall movement when it came to sliding and jumping. In sliding, the slide mechanic is way too fast, especially because they have an attachment on the gun that can speed up that movement even further. It's hard to track somebody sliding across the map unless you have your sensitivity way up. And again, some people do play with that type of sensitivity, but in order to track somebody across the map who's literally sliding side to side, you have to have that sensitivity high. And again, I think that movement doesn't feel balanced with the rest of the movement within the game. The other thing is the jumping. I know that when this game was teased and they were talking about the things within the game, they talked about there being a consequence for people who are literally jumping around the map like bunny rabbits. I mean, in this game, everybody's jumping around, hopping around corners, and it's ridiculous. There's literally no penalty for that type of gameplay. And I understand you do want to have movement and fluid movements within the game, but to have people bunny hopping, that doesn't feel like natural Call of Duty to me. So they need to have some type of penalty, whether it be slow down to ADS or something like that, with people who are going to be hopping around the map every single time. The other thing about this Call of Duty that I didn't enjoy was the map design. Okay, there were some pretty good maps. Cartel, like I said, kind of grew on me, but again, those bushes are ridiculous. I said this in my live stream. We got to start a hashtag trim the bushes for this Call of Duty, so that way Treyarch gets the message and you know what, does something about that. But like Miami is way too large of a map for 6v6. They need to make sure that they tweak that so that it has better flow to it. If you played Miami and you were playing TDM or Kill Confirmed, you almost never reach the score limit. It always timed out, and that's because the overall flow of the map and the size of the map is way too large for 6v6, and that's something that they need to address. And the last thing that I really think they need to fix overall is going to be the weapon balancing when it comes to the M16. And yes, I love the M16. I use it, but that thing shreds. They need to tone it down just a little bit, either increase recoil or maybe have a drop off as far as the effective damage range. And then, of course, the sniper rifles. I'm not very good with a sniper rifle, but in this beta, I was able to go off and kind of collect heads with the sniper rifle, which is something I wasn't used to. It was very, very easy. The hit scanning of the sniper rifles was ridiculous, and they were very, very easy to use. So they need to tone that down a bit and tweak that in order to make the game overall balanced. And in my final thoughts, one last thing that I really think that needs to be fixed or addressed is the use of stim. Okay, the reason why I feel like the use of stim needs to be addressed is right now in the beta it feels like a crutch piece of equipment that I absolutely have to use, and it really does outclass the other secondary equipment that you can equip. Given the fact that it is pretty much infinite, you can recharge it over a period of time, and right now that cooldown time to earn another stim is relatively short. When you compare that to the other pieces of equipment that you have to choose from, like stun grenades and flashbangs, I mean, you only get 2, and that's if you're running the wild card, whereas the stim, you have this infinite amount that can be recharged at a relatively quick rate. That's something that makes it unbalanced, and I think that you're going to have a lot of players starting to lean in that direction versus using the other secondary equipment, which when you're talking about overall balance and diversity when people are creating their classes, that is something that I definitely think needs to be addressed moving forward before this game releases. And again, it's coming up quick, 3 weeks away. This game needs to be fine-tuned and ready to go when it hits the shelves. So if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more Call of Duty videos just like this one, please remember to subscribe, click that like button, as well as turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the content that I will be dropping on my channel in the future. This is Clutch signing out. Laters, everybody.